Let's move towards our topic. Here it is going towards, first of all, that is related to numbers. Numbers is basically from 0 to 9, all the digits they are being used. If we are using for counting numbers over there, counting numbers are called natural numbers over there. Numbers which are used for counting purposes are called natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, up to so on. And the things which are counted with the help of this, we can say, are named as natural numbers, represented by capital letter N, and also be written in the form of set like 1, 2, 3, up to so on. So here I can say that natural numbers will be written in the form of natural number set, natural number, which is given by for a letter N with 1, 2, 3, up to so on. After that, there is talking about whole numbers. Whole numbers is including only 0 with the natural numbers over there, represented by letter W and written in the form of 0, 1, 2, up to so on. This is related to whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, nothing more, any other explanation is required over there. After that, there is integers. Integers multiplication according to their BODMAS rule. BODMAS rule, they are being used over there, in which we can say we will include 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, up to so on. These are related to integers. We are going to apply using the simplified form of the calculation using BODMAS rule. First of all, brackets should be done. Then there will be division, then multiplication, then addition, and at the end there will be subtraction, also explained on the formula sheet over there. So after that, there is rational numbers. A rational number is rational numbers. Rational number means the numbers which can be written in the form of fractions, which will have the number to get its terminating value or recurring value after solving the fraction over there. We can say when number can be represented in the form of P over Q, then we can say that Q should not equal to 0. Why I'm saying like this? Because if this Q is equal to 0, then this fraction will give me infinity value, which is not imaginable, or which is not to only imaginary number, which is not in real going to exist. So when number can be represented in the form of P over Q, and the fraction P over Q gives the result as terminating number or recurring. What does all of this is mean? For example, I'm taking here 1 by 4. I know what is its solution will be. It will be 0.25. It means it is terminating over there. When I am taking here 1 over 3, then it is related to 0.3333. It is not going to stop over there. It means this is terminating, which I have written that P over Q fraction solution should be terminating, or it should be recurring over there. Then I will say, मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन में बोर्ड आ रहा है? I don't think so. नहीं. Entire screen. Okay. Terminating means, for example, you are getting the fraction like 1 by 5. And in simple, when you were in junior classes, it was told that 1 should be in and 5 will be out. You will place decimal over here to make it 10, 5 to the 10 is completely done over there. That is 0.2. This is terminating means its answer is finished and it has stopped here. And the further recurring one, for example, you are going to do with this 1 by 3. What will happen that 1 by 3 will be going on 1 in and 3 out. Point here 10, 3, 3 then 9, 1, 0, 3, 3. So it is recurring, it is repeating itself, it is not terminating, and it is not having such a sequence that which is not be repeated over there. Yeah, it has solved value, and for this value can all be taken like 0.3 with this bar, win column over there. It means that it is repeated. We can write in this notation also. Okay. This is being discussed about the rational numbers that is represented with the letter Q over there. If I go towards the irrational numbers over there, then I will write it like not in the form of PQ, means if X is a number, whenever X belongs to a real number over there, and X is not equal to P over Q form, where Q should not equal to 0, is representing the irrational number. I have given the statement about there. X, whenever X belongs to real number means there should not be any imaginary number like that. Only talking about real numbers. And X is not equal to P by Q form means I can't make its fraction properly. Then I will say Q is not equal to 0. What the example should be there? Like 22 by 7. You are familiar with this value of pi over there. 22 by 7, which was having the value 3.14 and going on. It is not terminating anywhere. It is not repeating itself in a proper sequence that you are saying that it is showing such behavior of recurring like that. Even after 10 digits, it is not repeating its sequence over there. So for that purpose, we say such numbers, such fractions, yes, such numbers of fractions which are neither terminating nor recurring are named as irrational numbers over there. And for the examples of the for this one, I have taken pi. You have any idea about what is prime number, by the way? What is that? Oh, that's nice. That's the even number. I know that.
Prime number is what? They know that only divide by itself.
Thank you so much. So if I take those numbers in the square root, it happens sometimes. Okay. If we take those numbers, prime numbers in the square root, is 2 prime number?
Yes.
Okay. 2, 3, 5, 7. If I take all them into the square root over there, then these numbers are called irrational numbers. Example over there.
Because they're not terminating.
Yeah, not terminating and not recurring. Okay. After that, he is going to
like easily differentiate between irrational
rational and irrational. Rational will have its fraction when it will be solved. It will give the result terminating, means answer will be finished. Stop. Means, for example, 2 by 3, 0.66. It is going to repeat on. For example, you are taking 2 by 5. It is 0.4. It is rational. And whenever he gives in P1 in the form of questions over there, circulate the terminating and rational and irrational numbers question and circle the irrational numbers. Just remember that if square root is having prime number, you will circle that. If there is pi, you will circle that. Nothing more than that. Okay. Rational numbers, irrational number. After that, terminating decimals, he has expanding over there. There are the decimal numbers which stop after a certain number of decimal places. Like he is saying 7 by 8, it is terminating decimal because it stops, terminates after 3 decimal places over there. Recurring decimals are those which are going to repeat themselves, like 0.528, 957, 528, 957, 528, 957. It means they are recurring. This is not only recurring, like if you are taking 0.3333, you are saying this is recurring. This is also recurring, like after, even though after 6 digits, it is repeating itself exactly in the common copy over there. So it will also be included in the form of recurring phenomenon over there.
Also, like that same set, if it keeps repeating, that's also
Yeah, that is also recurring over there. After that, there is BODMAS rule. BODMAS rule says brackets of powers of brackets. After that, powers of. After that, divide. After that, multiply, add, and subtract. This is when we are given with a sequence of some questions over there. Let's suppose we take here as an example 3 square plus 5 multiply 9 divide by 3 minus 8. First of all, you will have to go, there is no brackets. So it means no solution of bracket is required. The second step is powers off. So I will go with 3 square to be removed as 9 plus 5 multiply 9 divide 3 minus 8. After that, according to BODMAS, there is division. So 9 divided by 3 give me the answer 3 multiply 5 plus 9 minus 8. So now I will have to go for multiplication. So 5, 3, 15 plus 9 minus 8. After that addition, 15 and 9 is 24. And at the end, there will be the subtraction to give me the answer over 16 over there. So whenever I am going to simplify such type of numbers which are multiplied by different operations, then I will apply the sequence. If some operation is missing, just ignore that. Okay. After that, he is talking about even numbers and odd numbers. Even numbers divisible by 2, odd numbers not divisible by 2 over there. Basic concept behind it, nothing, no need to more explain over there. After that, here he is talking about real numbers. When I said here, I am talking about rational and irrational numbers over there, then I will say here, what is real numbers basically? Uh-huh. Real numbers, in which I will say here I am joining the rational number in the form of letter Q union Q dash. It means I am joining the numbers which have both.
Q dash or Q bar?
This is Q dash for irrational numbers to show over there, not complement like if I say what is Q dash, according to that I will say I'm taking the rational numbers from the real numbers only. So from here, if I say Q dash is to show in the form of notation, it is not a complement. That will be taken for a complement like that. Then we subtract from U minus Q over there. For that, U minus A over there to get that. But this is not, this is just like a general notation. This is the number of which have both rational, the numbers which have both rational and irrational numbers are named as real numbers. And for that one, R this form, यहाँ पे R को थोड़ा सा स्टाइल दिया जाता है डबल लाइन के थ्रू, then it is equal to Q union Q dash. So this is called real numbers over there. In A levels, you will also study about the complex numbers, which will have a real number and imaginary number also will be taken to show the representation over there. It will be like if I give the example over here, wait a second. If I'm saying under root minus 3, I know the square root of minus is not existing over there. This is imaginary number. Then for it, I write it under root 3 iota. Iota is representing imaginary part of the number, which in real in O levels or in junior sections, or if I'm not exactly related towards the complex numbers, I just say solution is not possible. When I'm talking about this, then I say it is a complex number. I am going to use some algebraic identities over there in the form of a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. I am going to get to be involved the solution of this imaginary part. But in your level, if this solution is coming, I simply say the solution of the equation is not possible over there. Okay, so a real number is that imaginary number, real and imaginary, when they combine both of them, then we get the complex numbers over there. Here he is saying an integer is a whole number. What does this word mean? This means that if you are going to study towards the computer over there, then there will be he will use int integer for those values. Int or integer means a number like 7, like 8, like 9, but no decimal part is present with it. But if I am taking for a decimal, then I use the word float in computer over there, floating points over there, then it will be a decimal number. Then we will say 7.2, 7.3, up to so on, we can take under accounts over there. After that, prime numbers, you have told me already that which is divisible by itself and have the 1 as factor, and it has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. After that, he is saying over there the exact value of the rational number can be written down as the ratio of the whole numbers. Which one? About which?
You just said something along the lines of the integers and the value.
Prime numbers, I simply said that you have told me, so no need to explanation over there. The number which is divisible by itself and divisible by 1, which has only two factors, 1 and number in itself over there. After that, he is saying the exact value of rational number can be written down as a ratio of a whole number. Like, for example, if I am talking about 5 is a rational number, how can I write it? I can write it by 5 over 1. For example, I say 0.5 is a rational number. Then how can I write it as a fraction? 5 over 10. And then simplification 1 over 2. Means decimal to fraction over there is also a rational number. For example, I'm saying 0.465. Then you can write it 465 divided by 1000. So all of these questions are there which are to be written in the form of fraction, and these are the rational numbers because they are terminating. They are not going to saying they are non-terminating and non-recurring phenomenon over there. They're just saying they are terminating, and we can write them like this. After that, the exact value of irrational number cannot be written down. This was just like a point over there, not to do too much explanation. After that, a square number. Square number is when a number is being multiplied by itself. When a number is multiplied by itself, then we get a square number. For example, 1 multiply 1, 2 multiply 2, 3 multiply 3, 4 multiply 4. This is a square number like 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. Why I'm writing this like in the form of power 2? Because I know when one number is written, its power is 1. Both same numbers are being multiplied, their bases are similar to each other, then the powers will be added. For example, I'm writing here 2 power 2 multiplied 2 power 5. You can write it like 2 power 2 plus 5. It means 2 power 7 can be written over there. Okay. Api, this PDF will be shared with you in the form of whiteboard. As I am writing in this form, this will be shared. Video also will be shared. No need to write and register. Later, or you can write in with.
It's okay. Well, I'm working history.
I think so. You are. Okay. 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. I can write it like 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. These are the numbers over there.
Wait, but we guys can only add the powers when the base is the same.
Yeah, this is in indices. I will explain also that. In indices topic, we will explain that. But just why I have written like in this form, 1 power 1, that I have just given the example over there. When the bases are the same, powers will be added in this format. I did 1 power 2, 2 power 2, 3 power 2, 4 power 2. Okay.
If I'm
1. Every like why it is 1? So like for example, I'm taking 1000 power 0. Okay. On the other end, I'm saying 1000 power 1. it means this one is 1000. This one means 1. Okay. And if I say something power 0 power 5, like this, is 0. Okay.
If the thousand.
This one is always giving me the answer 1 over there.
Okay. No matter what the number is.
Even variable is there, like x power 0, I will take 1. Y power 0, I will take 1. In your level, we will not discuss about that, but 0 power 0 will be equal to 1. Something power 0 equals to 1. 0 is also an integer. In that mathematically case, that is in Urdu language, we said, say, in real, 0 is not a number. Then according to contradiction, when we supposed to do something which is not in real existing, then we say we are going against the nature. And let's suppose 0 exists and this is a number. Later on, we will say it is not a number, and our hypothesis is wrong, and we can ignore that. And that which he is saying 0 is an integer is correct. We can prove that, but in O levels, no proofs. If you go with IB mathematics, then I will tell you how to. It is proved that 0 is an integer and 0 is not an integer. Both will be done. वो आईबी में आ जाएं, आपको एक्सप्लेन करने पड़ेंगे, तो वहाँ हमें चाहिए भी होगा। यहाँ पे हम उस चीज आईबी इज लाइक IGCSE, लाइक ओ लेवल, लाइक it's another board of the exams. AP for America and IB for Canada, like that. It's like that. Okay. After that, there's a cube number. For example, he is saying 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, then should be taken in the form of 1, 8, 27. After that, 64. After that, 125. After that, 216. So for all of those numbers, when I'm talking with that, they are multiplied for 3 times with each other. Then we can say that is called cube number. This was square number. When we are going towards cube number, then we'll say 1 multiply 1 multiply 1, 2 multiply 2 multiply 2, and then 4 multiply 4 multiply 4, like that, etc. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube. Then I will say here 1, 8, 27, 64. All of these are the numbers which will be simplified over there. That will be named as cube numbers. Then we are taking cube numbers and square numbers. Then we will say here.
Wait, these answers are the cube.
Yeah, these are the cube numbers. These answers are cube numbers over there. After that, this one is given. So after cube numbers, we will have to go towards the prime factors and multiples over there. Prime factors is basically, we can say, for example, if I go to find the prime factors of 36, then I will go for the division rule: 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3, and 3, 1. And I will write it 2 square multiply 3 square equals to 18. So these are its prime factors. If he is saying me, tell me factors, not mentioning the word prime over there, then I will write it like 1 multiply, that can be 1, that can be 2, that can be 3, that can be 6, that can be 9, that can be 12, that can be 18, then add that can be 36 over there. These are the factors. When he is saying write the prime factors, then I will write in the form of 2 square and 3 square, because from here only 2 and 3 are primes. Remaining all are composite numbers which can be divisible more than by themselves also. So only 2 and 3 are those numbers which are divisible by themselves only, are divisible by 1. So these are the written in the form of prime factors. And when he is saying give the factors, then you will write all the possible combinations of the written over there. And if we are going towards the multiples, multiples is related to the tables which you have learned in your junior classes, like 2 multiply 1, 2 multiply 2, 2 multiply 3, 2 multiply 4. So it is going on in the form of tables. Those are the multiples: 2, 4, 6, 8, after that 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20, etc. is related to be going on in the form of multiples over there. Factors should be done in this format. Multiples should be done in this format.
Okay, but the multiples here are 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and all of that.
Yeah, I'm just written the answers of this whole table till 10 over there. So remaining 2 multiply 1, 2 multiply 2 is you can write on your own behalf. Okay. So factors are the numbers that numbers which divide exactly into two. Like he is writing about the factors. When he will say prime factors, then you will use the power notation to show only the prime factors over there. When he's talking about factors, then you will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18. And when you are talking about the prime factors, then you will write 2 power 2 and 3 power 2, and that will be done.
Divide exactly.
Into 2 means 36 multiply 1, you will get 36. 18 multiply 2, you will get 36. 12 multiply 3, you will get 36. 4 multiply 9, you will get 36. 6 multiply 6, you will get 36.
So like 6 multiplied by
6. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36.
Like what about 6?
No, this is not 36. 12 should be multiplied by 3 to get the 36.
Right, so like you guys can use like these are the numbers and they're only going to be multiplied by one another to get that.
Yeah, but then that sequence should be followed, and mobile phone is not used during the class. Thank you so much. Okay. Till multiples of a number we are going today. And wait a second, if downloads were there, I think so that should be complete. Please don't get it personal. Mobile phone is not used, okay? As I will leave, you are 100% alone. No one will stop you. If someone stops you, you can ask me again, sir, you told a lie. No, not interested here.
We will never have to define like these definitions in math.
No, not required. Only during the lecture we use for the explanation purposes, so that the basic concept to the student can be given. Nothing more than that. We are not interested to do in the form of questions over there.
Today's
Mathematics topic. Okay, this is you are very genius student. I know that. This is little bit multiplication, little bit questions which are giving according to your basic concepts which I have given to you. This is called everyday mathematics. Like 0.3 multiply 0.2, go with the 0.6, 3.5 divide 0.07. Okay. Like simple fractions of addition and multiplication and division. After that, again, the fractions, evaluation according to the integers of BODMAS rule over there. Simple multiplication, increase and ascending and descending orders, fractions to be taken into account, plus minus, addition, subtraction. What is the difference, highest and lowest temperature? And like to under account into the integers values mostly over there. It will be your homework, and you will be given like wait a second. This is a whole book, beta. It is yearly past papers. They are given with how many questions with the first topic? Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. It is going to be with 119 questions. So for first 30 questions for you and last 20 questions are for you. At the last of the topic, you will go and prime factors, LCM, HCF. You have any idea what is that? LCM, HCF questions can be there. Cubes, square roots. If the question is not understandable, you are saying we are not studied or we're not familiar with that, not understanding that question, you can just ignore them. Yeah, first 30 is for. First 30 you can take and last 30 you can take, okay? It's on both of you what to do. Okay, and we should go with the physics.
Sure.
It's 12:32. Oh, it's complete 1 hour. Half hour is enough for physics.
How would you like for us to solve it on modern or binary?
About what? Which questions?
Are you gonna email it?
Yeah, I will email you at the end. Or later on, I can also share on the Momo WhatsApp over there. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, we are going towards the O-level physics over there. Uh,
gonna cover like the very basics.
yeah, we will, don't worry. Okay. Here he is telling about physical quantities and units first. First of all, I will tell you about, yes,
आप उसको पास कर सकते हैं.
okay. Here I am saying about what is physics basically. Physics is, if we are going towards physics is basically, we can say, branch of science. Physics. Physics is branch of science in which we study about matter, energy, and relation between them. What is matter, by the way? And occupies space. And what is energy?
Energy. Energy.
Yeah, energy is energy.
Yes.
Not आप please थोड़ा बहुत explain करें उसको.
Anything that carries power.
Do you have energy?
Yes.
Then how can you express this?
Oh, energy is the power to do work.
To do work, and we can say energy is ability of body to do work. Energy is ability of body to do work over there. And energy is measured in joules over there. Here, the first thing which we will should be introduced in physics, we are talking about mass, we are talking about volume, we are talking about matter, energy, power, joules. It means all these are called quantities, which should be we should be familiar with them, that these are the physical quantities, and for that purpose we will say here physical quantities. Physical. Yes, energy is a derived quantity. All measurable quantities are called physical quantities. All measurable quantities are called physical quantities. For example, all measurable quantities are called physical quantities. For this purpose, I will say here there are basic 7 uh, base system quantities over there, in which we say 7 base quantities are there. On the behalf of them, we will have to derive other units over there, other quantities over there. 7 base quantities are there. First one is length. Second one is mass. Third one is length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, amount of substance, and the last one is luminosity intensity, luminous intensity. Yeah, light coming out from the surface of the sun over there. Okay. And after that, length is the base quantity, which is measured in meters, mass in kilograms, and time in seconds, temperature in Kelvin.
So 1 Celsius.
1 Celsius can be converted into Kelvin by adding a constant number 273. For example, room temperature is 28 degrees centigrade and you need in Kelvin, then you will add 28 plus 273 you will get in Kelvin. And in Kelvin, we use for calculation purposes. For the laboratory thermometer, we use degree centigrade. And for checking our fever with the clinical thermometer of the doctor over there, then we use Fahrenheit scale. If doctor is saying you are feeling fever of 100 Fahrenheit, and if we just imagine we are not familiar with the Fahrenheit degree scale, then we can say 100 degrees centigrade water should boil. Our body is not boiling in fever over there. It's 37, and 98.5 Fahrenheit degrees Celsius, your body temperature.
100 degrees fever would be like around 37 degrees Celsius.
Okay, 100 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, that is Fahrenheit over there. Okay, after that, electric current, which I can say over here is measured in amperes. And the last one is amount of substance. In chemistry, you will study about that. Amount of substance is having the unit of mole over there. And luminous intensity is having the unit as candela over there. Standard candles are also used for the luminosity to be measured over there. For this one?
Yes.
Candela. Okay. Length is measured by using vernier calipers. Vernier calipers. Length is used to measure vernier calipers, screw gauge, micrometer, screw gauge. Screw gauge. You can use meter rule. And you can also use measuring tape. But you should remember that measuring tape is, for example, I say measure the length of this pillow. Then you will use measuring tape. You will not use a meter rule because it is in curved form. And how much cloth is required, you will not use for that purpose meter rule over there. And if I say, tell me what is the diameter of the hair, you can't measure using a meter rule over there. Then you will need screw gauge over there. For example, I say that what is the depth of this liquid? You can't measure using your meter rule. You will be using vernier caliper for measuring the depth of the liquid over there. For that purpose, different appliances are being used or different devices are used for measuring the different types of lengths over there. For mass, we use physical balance. Physical balance that can also be nowadays, physical balance is not used. We use electronic balance. When we are going to the market to get 1 kg sugar, he will use the electronic balance to measure 1 kg sugar over there. Time is measured by using clocks. You use clock. What do you use?
Clocks.
You use clock. Thank you. You use stopwatch. Don't tell a lie in the morning. Stopwatch. You use stopwatch, beta. Acha beta. And then next is temperature. We use for temperature is thermometer. That is mercury thermometer. Thermometer. To measure the temperature in degree centigrade or in Fahrenheit. That will be converted into Kelvin by using the different mathematical formulas. No, it doesn't. Because Kelvin is used only in calculations. It is not used in thermometers to measure over there. Electric current is measured by the using ammeter, which is connected in series and have very small internal resistance over there. Amount of substance is mole, which is having, if I say 1 mole of water molecules, it means it is having 6.022 multiplied 10 raised to power 23 units over there to tell me what is the that the amount of substance is 1 mole over there.
So for the like measuring tool, will just
No, is not available. For luminosity intensity is not available. No. This is related to chemistry. Do you have any idea about molar mass? No. Wait a second. If I didn't close over there, I think so. I just have done that. Periodic table. If you just look here, that this is value 1, this is value 1, this is 3, this is value 6, this is 4, this is value 9. The above one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is in sequence. Okay. The number which is below is almost double, like 19 2 times 38, 22 times 40, 21 2 times 42. He is writing here 44, 22 is 44. That below one is called molar mass of this element. Okay, this is called molar mass, which is coming downward. And for this one, we use here, if I'm talking about moles, 1 mole over there, then I will say here number of moles is equal to mass in gram over molar mass. This is the formula, molar mass, like that. If I am saying 44 gram of scandium or 40 gram of calcium, 40 gram of calcium अगर मैं ले रहा हूं, then my number of molecules present in this 40 gram of calcium will be 6.022 multiplied 10 raised to power 23. Its name is Avogadro's number. This constant is named as Avogadro's number. And if according to its molar mass, I'm taking that gram in mass, then I will say these number of atoms are present into that sample over there. Is it clear?
So it's a measure of mass.
Yeah.
So we use this calculation to figure out how much mass it takes.
Yeah. According to its atomic mass in the periodic table over there.
What is this?
That one second in the denominator, molar mass in gram over molar mass. That will be formula in chemistry, the basic stoichiometry over there. Okay. Okay, now he is saying over here physical quantities. Any quantity that can be measured, quantified is called physical quantity. For example, force, mass, energy, pressure, voltage, etc. Quantities made up of derived quantities. Why he is showing this cursor? Okay, quantities made up of base quantities are called derived quantities, like force, joule, watt. Okay, I come to my where I was. Okay, after this base quantities, there are derived quantities. Derived quantities. For example, I say the quantities which are derived on the basis of base quantities are named as derived quantities. For example, speed.
Named or calculated base?
Calculated also, but unit is not calculated. Calculated is derived mostly. What do you say?
Just asking that if derived are the ones that are calculated using the present base quantity.
Can I say calculation is involved with the variables? like meter and a second. Can I say that it is going to be calculated? Calculation is now done only with the integers and numbers. So we will not use the word calculated. That will be derived from the base concepts.
Okay.
Okay. For example, I'm taking speed. Then it is distance traveled over time taken. Distance is measured in meters in the form of length over time in seconds. So on the behalf of that, the unit of speed is meter per second. So it is derived quantity over there. If I'm taking about the force, force is equal to mass into acceleration. And then I know that mass is measured in kilogram and acceleration is measured in meter per second square. So I'm using mass unit, I'm using length unit, I'm using time unit to make a derived unit over there. So derived quantities can also be measured on the basis of this behalf over there.
Because this one is also derived.
Yeah, these are the derived quantities in which I am using the base units. I'm using the base quantities over there. After that, here he is saying for different non-physical quantities are those, for example, how happy you are, how angry you are, how lazy you are, how much. Okay, that is not measured. So those are called non-physical quantities. And what is the level of your anger and what is the level of your struggle and hard work, and these are all non-physical quantities. He has mentioned about length, mass, time, all to be measured with the year units. Length he used.
Yeah, are you gonna share this with us?
Yeah, I will share. Measuring tape, molten meter rule, vernier caliper, microbit, screw gauge. I've also mentioned electronic balance and beam balance. I wrote there the physical balance, time, stopwatch, clock, long time intervals. Oh, you were right. That clock can also be used for measuring the time interval.
Start.
And what closing time it? And CRO, what is that? Have you ever visited ICU? In movies,
Yeah.
in movies where the heartbeat is shown like that is called CRO. Okay, in the form of
That measures like the heartbeat.
heartbeat, and that is called cathode ray oscilloscope, CRO. Okay, then temperature is thermometer, electric current is ammeter, and galvanometer for sensitive ammeter, just to detect, not to measure. Okay, galvanometer. It will not measure. It will only show me current is flowing or no. It will only detect. Voltmeter and CRO, voltage voltmeter is device, and CRO again on graph over there. Force is Newton meter, spring balance and compression balance over there.
This is a direct.
Yeah. Okay, length, mass, temperature, again vernier calipers to take into account, unit, and there are prefixes. Prefixes means the quantities which are much larger or much smaller. Have you seen the coronavirus?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
No, we haven't seen the. See the one. Are you talking about the?
In this air, or can you see the coronavirus? No, no, that is very small. And can you see the earth?
Yes.
It is very large. So large quantities and small quantities can be expressed by using the prefixes. That is called giga 10 to the power 9, mega 10 to the power 6, kilo 10 to the power 3. No prefixes over there. Then there is deci 10 to the power -1, centi 10 to the power -2, milli 10 to the power -3, micro 10 to the power -6, and nano 10 to the power -9 over there. So we can use these prefixes before the SI unit. We can say millimeter, kilometer. So we are using these prefixes, words or letters before SI unit is called prefixes over there. For the very largest quantities and for very smallest quantities, we use these prefixes over there. You will have to memorize this paper. You will have to memorize.
What kilogram?
Like this is mega,
Right.
like megajoules. So from here, mega 10 is power 6. So he is writing over 10 is power 6 to be multiplied. Then he is using 10 is power -5, 10 is power +6 to be simplified, and 10 and 95.3 joules. He is simplifying over there.
We're gonna practice.
I think so. You are feeling some tired right now, huh?
Oh no, not today, but like in the other lessons.
Okay, fine. Okay.
And then what about Isiju Pele, like the one that we just passed? Are we gonna do like the, the whole measuring and like practical reading?
That is just like for reading purposes. Nothing more than that. Just remember SI units table and the devices which were used for those purpose. In P1, past paper, he will ask related to these devices, he will ask related to units. कौन सा derived, which one is derived, which one is base unit, which one is going to be measured directly and which can be used over there. Nothing more than that. These calculations are not involved too much, but he has given us in the form of examples.
Scales of the calipers.
Yes.
Can be
Like this one. Like here he is giving miring tape. Miring tape is precision. Least count is 0.1 millimeter for shorter distances. For meter rule for 1 meter, 0.1 centimeter is because in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeter. If you just observe the meter rule which you have in the form of small scale over there, meter ruler which we use in our daily purposes, then we can say that is the smallest length is 1 millimeter, or we can write it 0.1 centimeter for the straight purpose. Vernier caliper is used for internal diameter, like this form can be measured. External diameter, like this form can be measured. No, leave it for 1 second. This is internal diameter.
okay.
This is external diameter. And how much the depth of the liquid of this water, you use also the vernier caliper for that purpose. And micrometer screw gauge, for that purpose, you can measure the thickness of the glass over there. After that, mass, electronic balance, weight, thermometer, and taking after this screw gauge, like this measurement now excluded from the syllabus. अब नहीं आता. No.
But हमने तो सारे किया था.
वो मिस या टीचर थी तो उनको अच्छा लगा बुक के ऊपर तो उन्होंने करा दिया, लेकिन ये marking scheme was updated in 2023.
अच्छा.
But books like Beacon House following is matters. Matters की book follow हो रही है?
I'm not sure.
कौन सी खरीदी है आपने? अभी नहीं खरीदी?
नहीं ना.
और आपने कौन सी ली थी?
मुझे उनका मतलब ये
हाँ ना, ये अब नहीं है, अब नहीं है क्योंकि अब ये क्यों नहीं है, क्योंकि ये अब डिजिटल में आ गया है. तो बच्चे को इस तरह से खुद रख के ये रीडिंग पढ़ने की अब जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज दिस इज डिजिटल. अगर जैसे ही आप रखोगे तो आपको मेजरमेंट दे देगा. इवन वीडियो कैमरास की सूरत में भी आना शुरू हो गया है. ओके, नाउ देयर आर एरर्स. How many types of errors are there? Number one is systematic error due to faulty apparatus. For example, you are using a meter rule which is poorly calibrated by the worst company of China over there. Then that is the error which is already present into that faulty apparatus. Such type of error is called systematic error. After that, random error. Random error is, for example, I say to you that I am filling up this glass. Tell me what is the time for that purpose. You use a stopwatch and you tell me that it is like 2 seconds. Next time you do this, you use 2.1 second, and third time you repeat the experiment and you get 1.9 seconds. So due to repetition of the experiment, values are changing. Those errors are called random errors due to repetition of experiment over there. To remove that error, we use the mean value by getting all of them to be added, and how many times you have repeated should be divided. We will get the random error to be excluded.
fixing the zero error.
No.
That's also just
And appliance are devices like vernier caliper, screw gauge, thermometer, stopwatches, nothing.
it's all
Yes.
okay. And then what about you?
Like ये zero error नहीं चाहिए, ये नहीं
You don't-
चाहिए. No.
नहीं वो जो oscillation से लगा. This one, what is this?
This is a pendulum.
तो हमें ये भी नहीं करना अब ये जो अच्छा we're gonna measure it like this and then
Means right now vernier caliper is gone,
Okay.
screw gauge is gone. This one is what?
it's the frequency.
It's the frequency, time period, stopwatch is like not to. Were we doing the zero correction for stopwatch? No,
No.
we were not doing like that. Even though before, like when I was in like in my O levels or A levels like that, then I can say उस time we were using analog watches. उस टाइम लाइक जिस तरह नीडल्स में एनालॉग वॉच होती है उसी तरह का था. आजकल स्टॉप वॉच जो आप लोग लैब्स में यूज कर रहे हो दैट इज डिजिटल.
तो वो
जो
भी
वो अपडेट हो गया था तो उसके बाद वो भी खत्म हो गया था. तो अभी फिलहाल अगर इस चीज को वो कहेगा तो ही विल यूज क्या कहते हैं उसको, ये शामिल है, ये प्रैक्टिकल में आ सकता है, आया है रिसेंट में, लाइक इस ईयर आया या पिछले साल आया, अक्टूबर नवंबर या मई जून में आया है, इससे रिलेटेड आता है। ये P4 का पोर्शन है बेसिकली। स्केलर, यस, या 9th grade सारे का सारा। अभी आफ्टर 2 weeks यू विल बी डन लाइक 9th grade फिनिश। आफ्टर 2 weeks योर 9th grade फिनिश। जितना आपको पूरे 9 के ईयर में उसने फिजिक्स का पढ़ाना है या मैथ का पढ़ाना है, आफ्टर द क्लासेस ऑफ 10 classes दैट विल बी फिनिश्ड।
तो वैसे जो हमें बस ज्यादा टाइम होगा तो हम वो भी करेंगे ना थोड़ा सा इंटर।
अभी क्यों करना चाहता है यार? तो मुझे लगता है आपकी नेचर कुछ इस तरह, हमारी एक कजन होती थी बेचारी ना, बदलापा से पूछ रखे, वो बुक्स को बहुत, जिस तरह आपने नोट्स बनाया ना, सर कोई लेवल नहीं है, बहुत ऊपर ऊपर कर देते हैं, हाय हाय। बुक उसकी देख लें, और हमारी बुक्स बिल्कुल नीट होती थी, और हमारी कजन की हर वर्ड का उसने मीनिंग लिखा होना है, पूरी एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखनी है, डिटेल बतानी है, और उसको हर चीज तोते की तरह होती थी, वो पूछ नहीं सकते आप उसको, गलती नहीं निकाल सकते। लेकिन ये जो नेचर होती है ना बुक वर्म वाली, बहुत अच्छी नेचर है। लेकिन थोड़ा सा इसको जो चीजें इग्नोर के लिए बोल रहा हूँ उनको इग्नोर कर दें,
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
ठीक है? वो उसको छोड़ दो, उसको जो जो एक चीज एक्सक्लूड कर दी है ना, तो फिर बात बच्चे करते हैं जी एज एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज मेरे पास आ जाएगा। मेरे बेटे, जब नॉलेज निकाल दिया सिलेबस से तो छोड़ देना, जो नई चीजें डालेंगे हम वो बताएंगे आपको, आप कर लेना।
सही है। तो नहीं थी मैंने किया है ना, तो मुझे हो रहा था कि अगर उसको भी मतलब कॉन्सेप्ट के लिए बताना चाहिए।
नहीं 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 नहीं, हम नहीं बताते, हम एक्स्ट्रा कंसेप्ट नहीं देते जी।
सही है।
ओके।
बस वो सिंपल जो
उसकी
टाइम और
नहीं, एक चीज है, मैं एक चीज और यहाँ पे क्लियर करता हूँ, लाइक द सिलेबस, like the paper pattern, like the approach to solve the paper. If is it is perfect, your grades are best. If you are having too much knowledge but you are not summarizing everything in a proper way, then it means that you are missing. Your grades can be disturbed. Grades should not be disturbed because your A levels depends on it. Then your career depends upon of A levels. Career depends. You are going towards doctor field. You are going to aeronautical engineering or system engineering, or you will have to go towards the fashion industry like that. It means that the grades matter over there. Only up till the age of 2025 grades matter. After that, no matter. Then matter what job and what life is going on. So that is, with the time passage and age follows, then it matters nothing over there. Okay, scalar. When we go to the market to get 5 kg sugar, we will not say 5 kg right direction or left direction. When we are going towards tell energy in my muscles, I don't need to tell this is upper muscle, lower muscle, or what is left, right. I will say 50 joules like that. So when I need only the magnitude and unit over there, then it is called scalar quantity. And when I need to describe about the direction also, then it is called vector quantity over there, where he is saying magnitude and no direction, that is called scalar, represented by a numerical value over there, like 5 kg sugar, 50 joules over there, that is called scalar. But both magnitude and direction are involved over there. For example, you have a car, so you go to your school by then reach school. All right. But I am not having car. I have helicopter. Then what I will do? I will take off, go to school, land there. That is in direction. That is called displacement. That is a vector quantity. When direction is involved with the quantity, then it is called vector quantity. When the direction is not involved, like you are going like in this format, there is no proper direction for your following path over there, then it is called scalar quantity.
so that would just be the distance you covered and the total speed you took, right?
Yeah, that will be relied. And if I go in using helicopter, I will have velocity, that is vector quantity. I will have displacement, that in proper direction over there. But if I follow the car over there, I will follow the length of the path as the road is going on. That will be distance. And I will not have the like 60 km or proper direction over there. I will decrease, increase everything and going on over there. Examples are being given in the form of distance, speed, time, mass, energy, work, power, pressure, density, voltage over there, and vector quantities are also going over there. उसके बाद इसके पास पेपर स्टार्ट हो गए। दिस इज योर फर्स्ट चैप्टर। ये दोनों फाइल्स भी शेयर कर देते हैं आपको, और फिलहाल रिकॉर्डिंग तो बंद करो ना यार।